After the attack, Donald Trump tweeted, quote, "Is President Obama going to finally mention the words radical Islamic terrorism? If he doesn't, he should immediately resign in disgrace." The presumptive Republican presidential nominee joins us now on the telephone. Donald Trump, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Let's just begin with this in terms of what you are saying should be done right now in the aftermath of this attack.
2 minutes. Well, we need toughness, we need vigilance, we need great intelligence gathering systems, which we don't have. We started to have them and we've let go. We had them in New York City as an example, probably the best in the nation. And the mayor of New York City, the new mayor, just broke it all up and disbanded it. He thought it was inappropriate. And it's unbelievable. That was unbelievable. That was one of the best of all systems. And we need intelligence gathering like never before. Interestingly, the community, the Muslim community, the community where this maniac lived and where others lived, as an example in San Bernardino, they found bombs all over the apartments and all over the floors, and many people saw that. They don't report these people. The people know who the bad apples are, where the bad seeds are, and they don't report them. There is very little reporting of people like this. You'll find out, Charlie, very shortly, you'll find out that many people knew that he was bad. Many people knew he had some kind of an idea, for an attack. It happens all the time, almost all the time. And we need much better intelligence.
We're trying to find out as much as we can. Obviously, the FBI and all law enforcement authorities are. There are two things here, though. Number one, you have said and made proud your program to eliminate and to stop Muslims from coming into the country. This and other incidents have involved people already in the country and what is happening to them and how they are radicalized.
Right. Right, and they're becoming radicalized by people coming in, and they're also becoming radicalized by family members and others. You saw that with San Bernardino, where we had somebody in the country. He became probably radicalized through her when he married, probably through her. She came into the country. No, we have to stop people coming in from Syria. Hillary Clinton wants a 500% increase of people coming in from Syria. And you have many people coming into the country right now who are just as bad, if not worse, than the maniac that did this horrible act yesterday. And if we don't get smart, Charlie,
but Mr. Trump,
very smart, very fast, we're going to have these acts taking place all over. We have to start having a tremendous information and intelligence control division, because if we don't have, we're fighting an enemy without a uniform. And there's no tougher thing. When we were
let me interrupt you.
We were fighting people with uniforms. We are fighting a war without uniforms.
Donald Trump. Okay, we hear you, Donald Trump, but this is the problem that a lot of people have with your words. The ban that you're calling for, these people were already here, and they worry that your words just inflame a situation and get people who weren't even thinking about doing these kind of acts, turning them against us. Do you worry about inflaming an already very dicey, sensitive situation? Do you worry about that?
Well, did you see what happened yesterday? They're worried about my words.
Yes.
Look at the people that were killed yesterday. And this is just the beginning, okay? This is going to get worse and worse. I see yesterday where they announced on ISIS radio. Can you believe they have a radio station? They actually have a radio station that we haven't taken out. And by the way, those are the things that inflame, because on the internet, the use of the internet, they use the internet better than we do.
Yeah, but
they use the internet, they create radio stations. How are they allowed to have these things? And those are the things that inflame. And we better get smart to it, because believe me, all I want is safety. I want safety for this country. What happened yesterday will happen many times over with a president like Obama that doesn't even want to use the term radical Islamic terrorism. He doesn't want to use the term. And Clinton won't use it either.
But that is not.
I mean, Hillary won't use it, and the reason she won't use it, she's afraid to offend her boss because she doesn't want to go to jail.
Obviously, there are a lot of people who would differ with that suggestion.
But a lot of people agree with
Let me
me.
thank you for coming.
But, Donald
Let me
Trump,
thank
before
you very much.
Wait, before you go, you used to be in favor of banning assault weapons. You wrote about it back in your book. Are you changing, are you rethinking your position today because of what is happening in the country?
I've changed positions because we need protection in this country. We need protection. We have to have protection. People have to be able to protect themselves. And the bad guys have them. So if the bad guys have them, we need protection in this country.
What are you going to say in your speech today?
Well, I was going to talk about Hillary Clinton, which is very easy to do for me,
okay,
because
but
I understand her.
Okay,
and,
so what are you going to say? We don't have much time.
President at this point, and now we're going to be talking about. I think it was inappropriate to do that right now. I had a massive rally tonight in New Hampshire, and I've canceled that. But I'm going to New Hampshire. We're going to make a speech on the event yesterday and what we have to do to prevent that.
Thank you so much, Donald Trump.
The FBI this morning said investigators are following up about 100 leads in the Orlando investigation. Former CIA Deputy Director Michael Morrell is a CBS News senior security contributor, and he joins us now from Washington. Mike, thank you so much for joining us on a very, very sad day. We heard that the gunman issued... Good morning to you. We heard that the gunman reached out and called 911 and pledged his allegiance during this incident. I want you to talk about how unusual that is, and why is it important to know whether it was a directed or inspired attack? What does that mean, that he called during the attack?
Gail, I think that's very significant because ISIS tells its followers that they must pledge bayat, they must pledge allegiance to ISIS before they die. We saw that in San Bernardino, and now we've seen it here. So I think it's very important because it shows that he was in touch with that ISIS messaging. We still don't know whether this was a lone wolf attack or whether he was directed. There is no evidence that he was directed, but we still don't know that.
Mike, one thing that's interesting here to me is how much preparation must have gone into the organized way that he went about this.
So, Charlie, there is no doubt that he spent some time thinking about this. It appears that he surveilled the location ahead of time. He must have thought through that 9/11 phone call. So this was premeditated in every meaning of the word.
And Mike, he had been on the radar screen of authorities since about 2013 for making inflammatory comments about his coworkers. So when does it go from hate speech to a threat that you need to pay attention to? They investigated him and cleared him.
So they investigated him twice. The FBI literally investigates things like that thousands and thousands and thousands of times. They simply found nothing to follow up on to open up a bigger investigation.
Thanks, Mike, very much.